polymer frame striker fired pistols are hot. And they've been hot for the past 6 years or more. All the leading pistol manufacturers in the real steel world offer one, including Sig Sauer, H&K, Glock, Smith & Wesson, just to name a few. But while these popular pistols are very recognizable and available pretty much everywhere, the problem is exactly that. Everyone has a pistol that looks the same as their neighbors. For real steel pistol owners who want something a little different, custom as well as unique, who are they gonna call? Well, Agency Arms. And they're famous for their innovative designs and exclusivity, in part because the work is so expensive and limited numbers. Starting out as sort of a secret clan in the early days, their motto is "Welcome to the Brotherhood." For the airsoft world, RWA has produced some of the hottest Agency Arms slide sets and accessories, including the Urban Combat set, to the Bone Saw, to the head-turning Project Knock, and the beautiful Agent 1 pistol, which is limited to 95 pieces worldwide, so it's a true collector's piece. After 5 years, 5 long years, RWA has finally answered the request so many of you have had for an out-of-the-box, performance and feature-packed pistol at an affordable price. What took this pistol so long? Well, let's dive in and find out. The RWA Agency Arms EXA Pistol is the first GBB pistol that RWA has ever released under the Agency Arm and Lone Wolf distribution license. More on that later. Most notably, this pistol is seen used by Agency Arms asset Paul Van Dunk and made using actual Agency Arms blueprints. This is a beautiful pistol. So without further ado, let's talk about all the features. The EXA boasts Agency Arms EXA hybrid slide cut, and this is in every way an Agency Arms design. The front serrations are in the same design language as all of their other slides that feature them, and they even wrap around a portion of the top. The EXA pistol features a full metal slide and barrel. There is a large window relief cut towards the front portion of the slide. Now this is slightly recessed, giving it a more streamlined look, much like that seen on the Bone Saw slide, just, well, not as exaggerated. Cuts like these lighten the slide for faster cycling times and crisper recoil response. While on the top, proper Agency Arms slides would not be without their signature A's on both sides. The pistol comes with a midline outer barrel and is pre-installed with a fiber optic front sight and a blacked out rear sight. This is a combination that's very popular nowadays because it allows for a clearer sight picture as well as a visual consistency of a standard red dot optic. The frame of the EXA pistol is a fully licensed Timberwolf frame from Lone Wolf distributors. Many aficionados out there will instantly know why this is very cool, as it's finally made a return into airsoft after its initial debut 8 years ago when SOCOM Gear made a pistol featuring the same kind of frame. So Lone Wolf distributors, what's so special about them? Well, if you don't know, they are a Glock parts manufacturer in the real steel world, and they make some of the best parts for the Glock platform. But their big product that put them on the main stage and center stage is, of course, their Timberwolf frame. Now, what's so cool or special about this particular frame? Compared to traditional Glock frames, the Timberwolf frame features a straighter angle for better ergonomics and handling. Not only this, but it has a higher cut and extended beaver tail to give you a higher purchase on the gun for better recoil mitigation, which obviously makes a huge difference in the real steel version. For airsoft, the higher purchase positioning doesn't make a whole lot of difference, but I do like the vertical grip a little bit more, which feels a little bit more natural and comfortable for me to shoot. Not to mention that these back straps are also interchangeable for those of you who prefer a 1911 style with this slimline backstrap, or if you're used to shooting more SIG or MMP style, it has one that's slightly bulged that fits your hand a little bit better. So with all that said, it comes to no one's surprise why a lot of Glock owners out there choose to upgrade their stock Glock with something like this, a Timberwolf frame. Now, to take it one step further, this is not just any other regular Timberwolf frame. It features something called shark scale stippling, and that's the stippling you see on the frame itself. It's pretty aggressive, not gonna lie. you can feel the ridges of the stippling in your hand, but it's not too aggressive. Well, it'll rip your hands to shreds, but yeah, it's grippy, all right. It feels almost like, well, like something from agency arms, and it has the accelerator cuts up front for you to put your thumb on for better recoil mitigation. Well, of course, in airsoft, you're not looking for kind of recoil mitigation, but it's a great index point when you point and shoot. That really kind of freshens up the classic Timberwolf frame to give it a more modern design. The trigger is adjustable to sensitivity and take up, and it's made from high quality polymer, just like the real Syndicate trigger. The result is you can tune this gun to shoot very quickly, just like a performance race pistol. RWA has actually chosen to use a blacked out and tapered inner barrel, so it's practically unnoticeable when you look down the barrel or if you're taking those cool photos. Now, while we're looking at the barrel, check out this really cool and very finely done agency logo on the ejection port and the tapered front edges that sit flush with the slide. This look, I think, is so clean. The fluted barrel also adds another level of detail to this pistol, which has clearly a lot of thought put into it. And in line with its performance focus, a slim magwell makes reloads a little faster, and as a final touch, the pistol is compatible with Glock holsters. So no need to buy new holsters if you're picking up one of these EXA pistols. The magazine, full metal, holds 23 rounds, green gas compatible. It has an extended mag base here. Now, in real steel, this would give you +2 rounds. And for that reason, there is a +2 symbol on the bottom. However, in airsoft, this is strictly aesthetic. It does provide a little bit of drop protection because underneath this magazine base, if you slide this down, is the gas port. So this can give you a little bit of protection to save that port from getting dirt put in there, or if you drop it, somehow you don't damage it. That's really nice and a very nice touch. Not to mention there is a bit of function to it that it makes drawing out of pouches and reloading that much easier because you have the extended surface on the bottom for better draw and reload. You'll be pleased to know that the EXA Pistols magazine works with the UNIAO VFC Elite Force Glock line of pistols, except for the Glock 42. And the same thing in reverse. Even the long 50 rounder from the Glock 18C will fit in this guy here. So if you have a ton of those mags, don't worry, cross compatibility. Thinking ahead for you guys, because we love you. For left-handed shooters, the magazine catch is ambi-adjustable, which means the button can be placed on either side of the grip. Right-hand side, left-hand side, depends on how you like it. However, it does require a little bit of disassembly of the gun. Finally, one of our favorite games to play, Find the Hop-Up. First thing, we're going to remove the magazine. Then you're going to see this latch here. And this one here, we're going to pull this down. And slide the slide forward. An adjustment wheel is right there. Adjust from more or less hop to your heart's content. I'm using 0.2 gram BBs and green gas. For many of you watching, I'm sure you would just love to geek out and talk about the internals just to find out what makes this gun tick. Don't worry, I got my good buddy Gambit, and he's prepared an extensive Gambits guide for you talking about the heart and soul of this product. Who better to talk about it than the man himself who helped spearhead this particular pistol? So, if you want to check out Gambit's guide and learn all about the nitty-gritty details of this pistol, click on the card above, or you can find it in the description below. Take it away, Gambit! So here we are at gun range 0, and we got Gambit here. That only means we're going to do a whole lot of shooting. Now we set up a course of fire because we're going to talk about the performance of the pistol and how it's going to run one of these things. And Gambit and I are going to have a friendly competition and see who can do this faster with our EXA pistol. Place your bets in the comment section below. Second thing we're going to do, we're going to talk about accuracy. We're going to stretch this thing as far back as we can go here, maybe elsewhere. Keep watching. And we're going to hit a teeny tiny target downrange, and we're going to see how accurate this pistol is and how far we can stretch it out. And finally, with Gambit here, that only means one thing. We're going to go fast, and we're going to see how fast he can run this EXA pistol with that adjustable Syndicate trigger. So less of me talking, more shooting. You ready to go? Sure. Let's do it.
So hopefully you've already seen my guide on how to tune the adjustable trigger, the Syndicate trigger, and here I'm going to showcase how it performs. Now, every user may vary. Right now the trigger is tuned to however I like it, so let me show you how it can keep up with the way I shoot by doing a mag dump on this pistol. So as you can see earlier, the gun kept up with me fine. What I really enjoyed about this Syndicate trigger is that not only it's a polymer trigger, but also you can adjust away take up all the slack. So if you're used to the Elite Force or Numerex Glock, you'll notice that there's going to be a slack before you hit what we call the wall. And because this trigger is meant to be adjusted, you can see that the trigger safety is actually engaged, even though the slack has been removed. So this is a very enjoyable trigger. A bit on the heavy side, but still nice. And what's really cool is you can hear a very nice tactile reset. So hope you guys enjoy this trigger as well.
Earlier we talked about stretching out the capabilities of this pistol in our accuracy test in gun range 0. So how about we really test this thing? Since we're outdoors, let's start with, say, 20 meters. So today I'm using 0.3 gram BBs and of course RWA green gas. I think we're gonna have some great performance. $30 meters. $40 meters. $50 meters. What did we learn? 50 meters. Now I may not be able to hit the metal target, but you see multiple shots on paper. Pistol of this size and caliber, I would say as expected. Back to the studio. We talked about a whole lot of agency arms goodness in this video, so if you want to check out the review for the Urban Combat Slide, the Project Knock, or the Agent 1, you can click on the card above, or you can find them in the description below. When I was shooting this gun and I was on the move, everything felt so fluid. The recoil impulse was great. The pointing was great. The front sight was exceptionally easy to read, down to the fact that the reset of the trigger, the feeling of the trigger, everything translated so well, no matter if I was shooting far, shooting close, running through that course of fire. For me, this is really a shooter's gun. And there is so much effort put into making sure that trigger feeling is right. And all of this really, and I mean guys, really paid off. And it took us so long to get all the details right because you're getting this high performance product at an extremely reasonable price. Given the fact that it's based off the UNIAO/VFC platform, you're going to have access to a lot of current and upcoming modification and upgrade parts, making this pistol able to satisfy a wide variety of you right out of the box. Now, let me say, are there things that I wish this gun had out of the box? Well, yes, I would have loved for it to have like an RMR cut or a threaded barrel for mounting suppressors or really cool agency arms compensators. Yes, I would have loved to have those things, but these are things I'm pretty sure we'll have upgrade parts for in the future. So with that said, I really cannot think of anything else that I would have wanted on this gun that it doesn't have already. So to wrap it all up, guys, watch Gambit's guide. You're gonna learn so much about this gun and what went into making this finally a reality 5 years in the making. But tell me what you think in the comment section below. And if you thought this video was cool, give us a like, and if you enjoyed it, share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe and click the notification bell to be notified every time we have a new upload. For this cool product and many more, visit our online store at www.redwolfairsoft.com. And until the next episode, I'm gonna enjoy the EXA, and I'll see you guys next time.